We're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show. Now let's get our fix with Hudson County High School sports from the Hudson Reporter System. Jim Hague, bring Jimmy in. There he is. You're looking good, James.
There I am. I'm here.
We see you're
How
good.
you doing, Pat? How's things today?
I'm doing good. We see you improved your lighting there in the headquarters of the Hague Empire there. What happened this week in Hudson?
The Hague
Tell me what happened last week. What happened last week over the weekend in Hudson County sports, and what's coming up?
All right. Well, I was at the Hudson County Cross Country Championships at Bayonne Park on Saturday. The St. Peter's Prep boys won the team title. The very young St. Dominic girls won the girls team title. The boys' title was won as expected by Fahid Nasir of McNair Academic, who set the new course record. I think his time was 15:30, which is brilliant. That's like one of the all-time best times in the history of Hudson County. And then the girls' champion was Wisamar Senatus of Hudson Catholic, who won for the second straight year. And her time was just a little over 20 minutes. So it was a great day, glorious day there. Nasir was very, very happy to be able to get the course record. That's something he wanted and was shooting for and got it. The weather conditions cooperated tremendously because it was not too hot out and it wasn't too windy. And obviously there was no rain on Saturday, so it was a great day. And he was able to get the course record and put himself in the history books. So that was a great day. From there, I went to the Hudson Catholic Ramapo football game down at Cave and Point. And that was not a pretty game for Hudson Catholic. They needed that win to better their chances in the upcoming state playoffs. And they lost 35-6 in a game that they killed themselves. They had a ton of clutch penalties against them. There were about 4 or 5 turnovers, and it really was, it was 0-0 at halftime, and they ended up losing 35-6. So it was not a pretty game for the Hawks of Hudson Catholic. But there was a win for Ferris, first win of the season. They beat Marist 34-14, giving Coach Juan Garcia his first win at his alma mater. He's a Ferris grad. And Tennille Jackson had a great day for the Bulldogs. He had 149 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns in that win. St. Peter's Prep beat Lincoln 44-20 in a game that was played right prior to the Hudson Catholic Ramapo game. And St. Peter's Prep had 8 different ball carriers in the game. And Anthony Summy was the best runner of the bunch. He had 73 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Marauders, who look to be the number 2 seed in the upcoming state playoffs. And they look to be it looks like they're going to play Don Bosco Prep both in the regular season finale this week and then in the state playoffs as well. So they're going to play Don Bosco Prep in 2 consecutive weeks, which is a rarity. But sometimes it happens, especially in the non-publics. So Union City had a huge win over North Bergen. That helped Union City gain their divisional championship in the New Jersey Super Football Conference. Gene Alvarez had the big day in the 28-0 win over North Bergen to clinch the championship. He had 150 yards and on 15 carries and 2 touchdowns. Darvin Baroa of Union City had a huge game defensively. He had 2 interceptions and returned 1 for a touchdown of 104 yards. He also had 1 fumble recovery, 1 sack, 3 tackles, and Jose Taveras had 3 sacks. That's a huge win for Union City. I think that's going to set them up as being the number 2 seed in the North Jersey Section 1 Group 5 bracket, and it's going to drop North Bergen down considerably, probably to around the 5th seed, which means that they're not going to get a home game. So that was a huge game, not only for a divisional championship, but it also meant a lot for the seeding in the state playoffs that begin on the weekend of November 10th and 11th. So that's where we stand right now. I think Hudson County's going to have 5 teams in the state playoffs. We have St. Peter's Prep in non-public Group 4. We have Hudson Catholic in non-public Group 2. We have Union City and North Bergen in public Group 5. And we have Hoboken in North Jersey Section 2 Group 1. So 5 Hudson County teams are headed for the state playoffs in football.
All right, Jim. Now, St. Peter's is going to play Don Bosco twice in 2 weeks?
That's correct. Very strange set of circumstances, but they're going to play in the regular season this weekend and then come back again on the weekend of November 10th, 11th, and play again in the first round of the non-public Group 4 state playoffs. Just the way that it worked out. It's a quirk in the schedule, but they're going to play each other in 2 consecutive weeks.
From a game planning standpoint for the coaches, who's got the benefit here? Because seeing the same team twice in 2 weeks.
Well, I would imagine that Don Bosco will have the benefit on the second time around because they'll get to see what St. Peter's Prep is all about. So they'll probably take this first game as almost like being a learning lesson, a learning tool, and then take that to try to beat the Prep the second time around. It's really tough to beat a team twice in the span of 2 weeks, but St. Peter's Prep is the better football team, and they should win both games.
Now, does St. Peter's Prep need the game?
On Friday night, on this weekend? No, they do not. So no, the league division has already been decided. Bergen Catholic is going to win that. So they really don't need the game at all. It's just a regular season game. It's going to be fine-tuning for the playoffs. That's all.
So maybe they don't show all their plays.
It could very well be. Or better yet, they come with all guns ablazing the week when it really matters in the state playoffs.
All right, we're out of time. We'll pick this up next week and see how it went. Thank you, James.
Okay.
You got
no
it.
problem.
That
Good
was
talking
Jim
to you.
Hague, reporter from the Hudson Reporter System. We're going to break for commercial. Remember, we put Jim up on YouTube on his own segment. We'll be right back.